유발 노아 하라리 Homo Deus, A Brief History of Tomorrow. The gods of planet Earth. In seeking bliss and immortality, humans are in fact trying to upgrade themselves into gods, not just because it is a divine quality, but because in order to overcome old age and misery, humans will first have to acquire godlike control of their own biological substratum. If we ever have the power to engineer death and pain out of our system, that same power will probably be sufficient to engineer our system in almost any manner we like, and manipulate our organs, emotion, and intelligence in myriad ways. You could buy for yourself the strength of Heracles and sensuality of Aphrodite, the wisdom of Athena, or the madness of Dionysus, if that is what you are into. Up till now, increasing human power relied mainly on upgrading our external tools. In the future, it may rely more on upgrading the human body and mind, or on merging directly with our tools. The upgrading of human into God may follow any of three paths: biological engineering, cyborg engineering, and the engineering of non-organic beings. Biological engineering starts with the insight that we are far from realizing the pure potential of organic bodies. For 4 billion years, natural selection has been tweaking and tinkering with these bodies so that you are gone from amoeba to reptile to mammal to sapiens. Yet, there is no reason to think that sapiens is the last station. Relatively small changes in genes, hormones, and neurons were enough to transform Homo erectus, who could produce nothing more impressive than flint knives, into Homo sapiens, who produced spaceships and computers. Who knows what might be the outcome of a few more changes to our DNA, hormone system, or brain structure. Bioengineering is not going to wait patiently for natural selection to work its magic. Instead, bioengineers will take the old sapiens body and intentionally rewrite its genetic code, rewrite its brain circuit, alter its biochemical balance, and even grow entirely new limbs. They'll thereby create new godlings who might be as different from us sapiens as we are different from Homo erectus. Cyborg engineering will go a step further, merging the organic body with non-organic devices such as bionic hands, artificial eyes, and millions of nanorobots that will navigate our bloodstream, diagnose problem, and repair damage. Such a cyborg could enjoy ability far beyond those of any organic body. For example, all parts of an organic body must be in direct contact with one another in order to function. If an elephant's brain is in India, its eyes and ears in China, and its feet in Australia, then this elephant is most probably dead. And even if it's in some mysterious sense alive, it cannot see, hear, or walk. A cyborg, in contrast, could exist in numerous places at the same time, A cyborg doctor could perform emergency surgery in Tokyo, in Chicago, and in a space station in Mars without ever leaving her Stockholm office. She needed only a fast internet connection and a few pair of bionic eyes and hands. On second thought, why pairs? Why not quartet? Indeed, even those are actually superfluous. Why should a cyborg doctor hold a sergeant scaffold by hand when she could connect her mind directly to the instrument? This may sound like science fiction, but it's already a reality. Monkeys have recently learned to control bionic hands and feet disconnected from their bodies through electrodes implanted in their brain. Paralyzed patients are able to move bionic limbs or operate computers by the power of thought alone. If you wish, you can already remote control electric device in your house using an electric mind reading helmet. The helmet requires no brain implants. It functions by reading the electric signal passing through your scalp. If you want to turn on the light in the kitchen, you just wear the helmet, imagine some pre-programmed mental sign. For example, imagine your right hand moving and the switch turn on. You can buy such a helmet online for more $400. Yet even cyborg engineering is relatively conservative in as much as it seems the organic brain will go on being the command and control center of life. A bold approach dispenses with the organic part altogether and hopes to engineer completely non-organic beings. Neural networks will be replaced by intelligent software, which could serve both the virtual and non-virtual world, free from the limitation of organic chemistry. After 4 billion years of wandering inside the kingdom of organic compounds, life will break out into the vastness of the inorganic realm, and will take steps that we cannot envision even in our wildest dreams. After all, our wildest dreams are still the product of organic chemistry. Breaking out of the organic realm could also enable life to finally break out of planet Earth. For 4 billion years, life remained confined to this tiny speck of a planet because natural selection made all organisms alternately dependent on the unique condition of this flying log. Not even the shortest bacteria can survive on toughest bacteria can survive on Mars. A non-organic artificial intelligence, in contrast, will find it far easier to colonize alien planet. The replacement of organic life by inorganic beings may therefore sow the stage of a future galactic empire, ruled by the likes of Mr. Data rather than Captain Cock. We don't know where this path might lead us, nor what our godlike descendant will look like. Foretelling the future was never easy, and evolutionary biotechnology makes it even harder. For all difficult as it is to predict the impact of new technology in fields like transportation, communication, and energy. Technology for upgrading humans pose a completely different kind of a challenge. Since they can be used to transform human minds and desires, people possessing present-day minds and desires by definition cannot fathom their implication. For thousands of years, history was full of technological, economic, social, and political upheavals. Yet, one thing remained constant: humanity itself. Our tools and institutions are very different from those of biblical times, but the deep structures of the human mind remain the same. This is why we can still find ourselves between the pages of a Bible and the writing of Confucius, or within the tragedies of Sophocles and Euripides. These classics were created by humans just like us. Hence, we feel that they talk about us. In modern theater production, Oedipus, Hamlet, and Othello may wear jeans and t-shirts and have Facebook accounts, but their emotional conflict are the same as in the original play. However, once technology enabled us to re-engineer human minds, Homo sapiens will disappear. Human history will come to end, and a completely new kind of process will begin, which people like you and me cannot comprehend. Many scholars try to predict how the world will look in the year 2100 or 2200. This is a waste of time. Any worthwhile prediction must take into account the ability to re-engineer human mind, and this is impossible. There are many wise answers to the question. What would people with minds like ours do with biotechnology? Yet, there are no good answers to the question. What do beings with a different kind of mind do with biotechnology? All we can say is that people similar to us are likely to use biotechnology to re-engineer their own minds, and our French-day minds cannot grasp what might happen next.